You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
What was that?
One must imagine Sisyphus being happy.
I don't know what that is.
Well, everybody, welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
You got Macho Man Randy Savage here. Former minor league MLB player.
Former Cardinals MLB player.
Minor
league MLB player. He had an on-base percentage of almost 400.
We're going to get on the base and we're going to get a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
That's my... We got... What's the line from Spider-Man where he goes, we got 15 minutes of playtime.
I
watched that movie!
No. Macho Man, the wrestler...
Bonesaw
was a wrestler for years and years and years, and your reference goes to
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
I think that's valid for our generation, if you ask me.
It's valid. It's just
because that would be our only intro to Macho Man, because that came out in like 2002.
Well, if you're a wrestling fan, you would know Macho Man.
Yeah, but am I gonna watch wrestling as like a 2-year-old, 3-year-old? 4-year-old,
did
5-year-old?
Did you see
Probably like
Bonesaw and when you were
6 or 7?
Old?
Yeah.
Well, 6 or 7. I was watching wrestling at 7.
Yeah, but you knew Macho Man.
You knew Randy Racho?
You knew Richard.
Maybe.
Welcome to the Talk podcast.
Welcome here.
Welcome here. It is Wednesday, September 6th. You'll be hearing this on Friday, September 8th. It's a late one. We're not recording it late at night. It's just late in the week.
Yeah.
I had an exam I had to study for, so I couldn't just, go rattling off these shit, rattling this off on fucking Labor Day. Like, I was putting my work in, which was like studying all day.
You're working on Labor Day, weren't you?
No, that was my one Monday off.
Oh. I asked if we could record that day.
Yeah, and I said no.
Because you were studying.
Because I was studying. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll count. This isn't even on the right page anymore.
I was gonna say
this sound bite moved to a whole different page.
Well, because they all roll. It's like a rolling scrolling thing.
It's like a rollback from Walmart.
Yeah.
We're going back
wrong way. What episode is this? 131.
131. Yes, Gavin. And today we got some stuff to talk about. I finally watched a movie that we're gonna chat about a little bit. There's a hole in my head.
I read that as hole is your head.
A cold
head like a hole.
I don't know the rest of that song.
I don't know the rest of that song either.
I'm too out of it. We're going to talk about Burning Men, the new sitcom on TBS. Twitter biometrics. Twitter biomechanics.
2.5 Burning Men.
And this guy's got 2 drinks going. I didn't even see you grab the second one. We got some clips to go through. Next door drama. What you listening to? A big old packed sucker dog going on here.
Oh God.
Oh, and a thought of the week. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah.
Our new segment, Thought of the Week. Gavin brought some other thought this week. He brought a thought daughter and a gay son.
Brought a thought daughter.
And we're gonna judge to see which one's better. We're gonna finally figure that out. Are you pulling something up? Okay.
Yeah, I am, but that's for the thought of the week.
Oh, it's for the thought of the week. Oh, yeah, good idea. Okay, yeah, we'll be fine. I'm sure.
No, I mean, this is just like, sure,
Yeah.
It's just ambient sound.
No, it's good.
Yeah. Do you like the idea of that though?
I like the way it sounds.
Yeah.
No, I like it. Gavin, let's just get it out of the way.
It's also my show, so I get to make these kinds of musical decisions.
We'll put it to the board and we'll see what they say, and we'll come back next week and we can figure it out.
Yeah, that's what we told your mom, right?
Yeah.
That's what we told my mom.
The board of elders.
Yeah.
We have a whole board that we have to discuss things with.
Consult.
Conscribe.
Gavin,
I finally watched a movie that you and your brother have been begging me to watch.
Yeah.
Questioning me at every God-given waking moment of why I have not seen it. And I finally watched it this weekend.
Hey, you're the closest film bro to have never not seen Whiplash.
You're the best American discernment and never not seen it. And that movie that we were talking about that I am referring to is the movie Whiplash from 2014. Came out longer ago than I thought.
9 years ago.
9 years ago. Starring, which I did not know, Miles Teller of Top Gun fame. And it just blows my mind that he was in that, and he looks like he's like 15 playing a 19-year-old. And then he's in Top Gun playing like a 20-year-old, but he looks like he's like 28 or 30. Like he looks so much older now. And that was really weird to wrap my head around. It also has J.K. Rowling in it.
known and outed term.
J.K. Rowling.
She loves starring in movies.
Bald as hell, too.
Yeah.
Bald as I'll get out. Love to say the F slur.
Nah, never mind. That's terrible.
Yeah, come on.
I wasn't going to say that.
Dude, you can't say that. I don't even know what you're going to say.
Yeah. No, J.K. Rowling.
No, it's J.K. Simpsons.
No, not quite.
J.K.R.R. Simpson.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Tolkien. No, it's J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simpsons.
O.J.
Simmons.
Simpkins.
J.K. Simmons.
Is that not what it is?
No, I think that is what it is. I'm just making it sound like it's crazy. You're fucking crazy.
J.K. O.J. Skinkskins is in it.
Yeah.
As the protagonist. Antagonist.
Yeah.
The protag is Miles Teller Simpson.
Carson's hip on all the slang.
Oh yeah, dude. I've been studying movies for a long time. Call me Roger Ebert. Sorry.
Right.
Roger Ebert.
L. Ron
Ebert.
Ebert.
Now, what did I think of it? Well, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. Gavin.
What? You didn't like it?
I didn't love it.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I
wouldn't expect you to.
And I told
you
Sean
fucking
this
idiot.
too. I told Sean
You should have watched it 10 years ago.
That's exactly what I said to Sean. I said, if I would have watched this as a band kid, freshman, sophomore year of band, concert, or
would have been our junior year that we watched it, if I were to say. I watched it my junior year.
Well, it came out our freshman year, so go fuck yourself.
Okay, well.
Go fuck yourself.
All right.
Or I guess it could have been like, it could have also been sophomore year too. It came out 2014. I don't know what month.
No, that would have been 8th grade. 8th grade or freshman year.
Oh, right. We went into freshman year in 2014. My bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry for all you old heads out there.
Yeah, sorry. This is for us Zoomers, so
yeah.
Catch up or get lost. I wish if I would have watched it then, I probably would have been like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That probably would have got, like, depending on when I would have watched it, that would have been like.
So what's your biggest gripe about the movie?
Into film.
Yeah.
Or like more invested in. I guess I was into film at that time, but that would have been like, oh my God, I would have like really loved it. First of all, shot amazingly. That I cannot complain about. It was beautiful.
Do you like the yellow color grading? I
did. I like that a lot. I had no complaints about that. That didn't take me out of it at any point. I love the music. I think I like the idea of the story.
Yeah.
But so I hate when people watch a movie and they're like, this is so unrealistic, because I think that's really stupid. It's like, you're watching a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Of course it's unrealistic. Yeah. That's the point. It's a
Get
movie.
over it. Get over yourself.
Like, put yourself into whatever mindset you need to know that it's going to be unrealistic.
Yeah, that's like going into a Transformers movie and being like, cars don't do that.
Right. These cars aren't. Why aren't these cars talking? Why don't they have faces? Why don't the cars have faces? Where's Tomater? Do you realize that his name is Tomater?
And he's friends with a red car.
Eddie's country for some reason.
And he's friends with a red car. I saw off topic, but Mr. Beast closed his mouth in his thumbnails. He tweeted this out on X, he posted it on X.
He exited
and
out.
He got better views.
Really, with a closed mouth?
With closed mouth, yeah. Just a thought. Just a thought. But anyway, so back to
That means you should start shutting your trap a little bit more. We'll try. We'll
so
try
back
closing
to,
our mouth
yeah,
more.
Yeah.
So I hate when people say that.
Yeah.
But I felt like they had a really good storyline going that like made me feel like this could happen because there are, music teachers and creative teachers are really intense and they can't be really aggressive like that. Especially at that level when it's like
The prestigious school.
yeah, and I don't even know.
I was just imagining like Juilliard for some reason.
Yeah. It's like, it's an honor to be in this class.
Yeah. Know your fucking place.
And so like that, I felt like the storyline was going really well. And then when he gets fired and then he's like out having a drink with him.
Like out of the bar, like jazzing up.
Yeah, he's like, and then he's like kind of like a loser at that point. And it just, that just was like, this is just, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. This is like kind of taking me out of it.
If there was one thing I would have changed, I would have made it so that he gets into school and then all that stuff happens way later. More that the climax is that he got in. And then he's like, this is fucking horrible.
Right.
That would have been like my climax of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, look at all this build up. It's going to be fucking awesome. And,
well, that's
then it
what
gets into it like a third of the way in the movie. And you're like, wow, this is terrible.
That's what I liked about it personally is that it jumped times a lot. And you didn't know how far you were jumping ahead of time. Because it was literally like he gets in the class. He's not even the core member yet. And we're already having a concert. And it was like, whoa, how are they already having a concert?
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, it's just time jumping. And I like that. I was like, okay, this is cool. I like that it's jumping time. So that didn't bother me. But it was just he becomes this loser. And he's like,
very
you should come play for my band. I'm such a loser.
So very introspective too. Like he has good, he has like good advice to give.
And not that like that kind of creative, intense person wouldn't be a gaslighting manipulator like he was. It was just like
such a fall from grace.
But it was just like, why he's got all of these students, but yet he's still like wanting to manipulate this one kid into playing in his band and be this great musician. It's like, why is he still like got it out for him this hard? And then it's like, guess what, motherfucker? I'm sorry, spoil. I mean, it's a 10-year-old movie. Who gives a fuck? And then it's like, he finally manipulates him to get on stage, and then he's like, guess what? I knew about it all along. So fuck you. We're going to play a song that you don't even know. And then it was like, I don't know. It was just that the ending was like, okay. I could have,
Yeah.
It should have ended somewhere else, not there. It just felt like a stupid way to end it. But I guess that was like he got to have his hero moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just, the ending was kind of, and then like, the
love interest stuff also like fell off quick too.
Yeah.
Never addressed again.
No.
Never addressed again.
That was really pointless. I forgot about that. But then like because I thought the ending was going to be like the girl shows up at the concert. But that didn't even happen.
No.
Now that I think about it.
I like the car crash though. That fucking scared the fuck out of me when I was watching.
That was good. But
pardon my French.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?
But that scared the shit out of me.
Oh, I was gonna say if this conductor is like this super well-renowned person, why is he sabotaging his own band with not telling the drummer the song and then being like, oh, I don't know what was going on in the rhythm section there. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, you like are so afraid of like looking like an idiot and having these people make you look like an idiot.
But you're okay with making someone else look like an idiot.
But then it makes the rest of your band look like an idiot because this one kid is fucking everything
up. And also,
up.
like, the rhythm section, like, most of the band is, like, following the rhythm section. They listen back.
Right. So that...
And we were in band together, so we know what that's like.
That's true. But, that whole ending part, I was just like...
And also, it's the same... I think he gives him back the music. The director had the music the entire time. Whenever he told him to go back and get it, it was just to fuck with him.
That didn't surprise me. I kind of like, I picked that up. I don't know. I didn't love it.
People find all those details still, like where they're like, oh, it was the same, the same notes in the music that was at the beginning and at the end. Right. So it was like the same music. So I didn't give them a new music or anything like that. It was the same folder.
Same folder. Yeah. So, anyways, to wrap that up, didn't love it. Did like it. A lot of good things about it. Some things that are just like.
I really like the soundtrack though.
Yeah, soundtrack's great.
The soundtrack's really good. I still listen to that from time to time.
Music's really good in it. But anyways, moving on from that. What have you been up to, man? You said you've been studying a lot.
Yeah. First time and this is gonna sound bad for all my trying to think for all my school maxers out there.
For all my beta maxers.
Yeah, for my school heads out there. But I have never studied like a week before an exam. It's usually like it's like the 2 days before the exam.
Oh, I think everybody's gonna agree with you on that.
I know, but I mean that's like the thing is that I always preached to my students whenever I was in orientation leader and I was like a peer instructor for our Foundations of Learning like College 101 course.
Sure.
I always said study like a week before the exam.
Yeah.
Or at least start looking at it a week before.
It's good advice.
I didn't follow it though, so
right. It's good advice.
It's good advice.
Is anybody gonna follow it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
But I've actually never been so like relieved to take an exam before because it was like, dude, I'm so tired of looking at this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where I'd never had that happen before, where it was like, oh fuck, I didn't look at this enough. You know,
Right.
I'd be taking an exam, I'm like, oh, I should have looked at that a little bit longer. But this time I was like, I'm ready to show what I know about this.
To move on from this.
and also move on from this because it was dragging on. It felt like, but yeah, and and the weirdest phenomenon that happened was that came upon me was whenever I wrote down like something in a list. Like I was like, oh, these things don't cover Pseudomonas, or these things cover Pseudomonas, these things cover MRSA, these drugs cover MRSA, you know, that kind of thing. Methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. I was like, yeah, it like completely left my head for like a good hour. I was like, what do any of these drugs do? And I started confusing them, and it was just like I'd never had that happen before while I was studying.
Yeah.
Where I like completely lost track of what I was doing and like just totally fucked it up. So then I was like, then after that I was just like, I'm not writing down any more weird lists like that. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep my head down and literally copy word for word what the professor put on the slides, because I'm not gonna fuck with that. I will remember it in the way I remembered it.
Yeah.
And constantly referencing. And I showed you, but I had to. Actually, no, I could show the camera.
Show the class.
Yeah. No.
That's not it. That's your birth certificate.
Yeah. So basically, we had this chart that I color coded, and we had to memorize this chart. And this chart of colors. And we weren't tested on it per se. We weren't like, oh, for this drug, what does it cover?
Right.
But it was like, patient presents with, or patient is sick, basically, and it's like, the test comes back and it has these two organisms. Which drug would you choose?
Mm-hmm.
It was amazingly like that. So, just stuff like that I was like, okay, but yeah, a lot of studying.
We did it.
Yeah, tired. My brain is fried though. I cannot speak for the life of me. Great time to have a podcast, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's a really good thing to have.
Going. What have you? What else happened?
Well, I'm also in the same boat with you. My brain feels fried because I kicked caffeine again.
He's off the drug.
Second time. Not completely yet. I'm 1 day sober. And I'm 1 day removed from it, but this is also coming off of like having it an energy drink every single day for the past like 3 months, maybe more, since before the last time I kicked it. But because I get these fucking panic attacks.
You're like
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, Tony Soprano. Never seen that show, but I do know what he does. He goes to therapy.
I do know what he does.
And that is
Tony Soprano? I do know what he does.
Yeah, I do know what he does. He goes to therapy.
I do know. That's all he does. The whole show's... I mean, it's really a lot about therapy, which is great. I mean, it's like, God, dude, I need you to watch that show. I need to watch that show, too. It's the best show ever.
It's mainly just that I'll have to watch like a movie. We'll have to sit down and watch it. I can't just like put it on.
Each episode.
Which is what I do with what I do with all my YouTube stuff is I just put it on and just play video games.
Yeah, hit play. So yeah, I keep having these fucking panic attacks.
These crazy panic attacks.
And they it's weird. It kind of follows the cycle of like my weird breathing stuff that I have too, which is like a whole nother thing. And I think it's associated because I'm like, I can't breathe, and then I have a panic attack. Because
You ever
I
think you're
I can't
just in
breathe.
your head about it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The breathing thing, no. The panic attacks, that's all it is. It's all in your head. But yeah, they like...
You're fucking crazy.
No, you're crazy. But I'll like... I had like for months, like pretty much like before... However long before I moved up until like 2 weeks ago, I hadn't had any panic attacks. No problems with caffeine. And then my breathing has gotten kind of worse over the past couple of weeks. And then like a week ago or whatever, I had like a bad panic attack. And then it was like every day. And I was like, okay, let me take a step back. What the fuck is going on
What
here?
am I doing?
So then like the next day I didn't have an energy drink, didn't have a panic attack, but I was like, the whole day I was just fucking not even tired, just like, ugh. Not even tired, just like sluggish.
Right.
And that's how I feel today. I was fine up until like, I guess around like dinner time, and then I was like, oh boy.
Then you were like,
And so I just feel like there's just like nothing in my head right now. But obviously that'll
yeah.
obviously that'll pass. You know, it's getting rid of it for a little bit and then getting your body used to normality.
It's usually like a 3-day cleanse for me where I just
For Mary.
well
I drink a bunch of turmeric juice.
I drink a whole bunch of turmeric.
Wheatgrass.
I drink a whole bunch of turmeric.
Turmeric.
No, but mine will be with ibuprofen. It's not like I pop it every day.
Yeah,
but I'll pop it like 2 days in a row, and then the third day I feel terrible.
Really?
Yeah, and then I'll just
Never had that
then I
happen to
just have to live with it for that day, and then I just don't touch it for like a couple months or like a couple weeks, and then I'm like, okay.
I need
And I'll
to,
have a headache, but I'll be like, I need to not take ibuprofen.
I need to do that with Sudafed.
Yeah,
Because my nose
Nares.
is so my nose is so used to having Sudafed that when I don't, it just feels like there's like
it just feels like
it just feels like there's like something clogging back there, and it's
Yeah.
not much. And it doesn't feel like I'm stopped up, but it's just like bah, I can just feel it.
bah,
Bah.
bah.
So I need to do that because I take too much Sudafed, bro. Well, not. I mean, like I take one a day. That's too much.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't though. But it's like candy to me.
Well, it's used to make meth, so you gotta be careful.
So is battery acid. But anyways, that's not what I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about the curious hole in my bed. For 7 years, I've had a hole in my bed. No. Last night, as I was about to go to bed, I flipped my sheet back. And all I saw was like I thought it was like a big white stain on my bed. But it wasn't. I investigated closer, and it was just like my sheet had been like shredded open. And Gavin saw it, and it was like about like, what do you say, 2 inches?
It's a gash.
It was like a gash, like a 2-inch gash, big, like pretty well open in my bed sheet. Now I know what everybody's thinking. They're like, "Oh, he fucked his bed, didn't he?" I didn't. It's just the bed sheet.
Now, Carson, I'm dying to ask you. Did you fuck your bed?
I didn't fuck my bed. There's no hole in my bed.
Did you fuck your bed, Carson?
I fucked the sheet, not the bed. No, but I can't even fit in that hole. No, see, here's the thing: is I couldn't even fit in that hole.
It's not big enough, or too big, or
It's hard to explain.
gaping.
Wrong shape. But
Huge.
Yeah. But I was like, what the fuck happened here? Now, obviously, the boring thought
You
is...
set up a crime scene?
I did. I put up tape.
You said, what the fuck happened here?
I said...
You're like, no, this is literally the worst thing that could freaking happen to me.
What's going on here? What could have done this? I didn't fuck my bed. I can't even fit in that hole. It's not the right size. And so I got my pen and paper out and I smoked a cigarette down here and I dimmed the lights and put on my black and white glasses and I was walking around like, what's going on here?
Like a Minecraft villager.
Minecraft villager in a noir movie. But I was like, the boring thing is that it was probably my toenail. But it's like in the middle of my bed, which my foot could fit up there. I like to get my foot real up in there, if you know what I mean. But my toenails are not even that sharp. They're not even that sharp currently. I don't know how long the hole has been there, but like I checked all my toenails and I was like
filed through all my.
I was like ripping them across my sheets and I was like, no, it's not catching. So I don't know if that was it. Now, obviously, as we know, last week, I think it was last week where I told my violent dream. Or maybe it was the week before.
No, it was last week.
I had a very violent dream.
No, it was definitely last week. I do remember it was last week.
Yeah, it was. Where I was where I murdered somebody. Right. And so did my mom, which I just told her. But then I've been having like really fucking weird dreams. And they always happen where I wake up to my alarm, fall back asleep, and then I have like a insane dream that I remember. And I was telling Gavin about one where I got shot in the stomach very vividly.
Maybe that's what happened. Something dropped from the ceiling and hit
maybe a bullet just ricocheted off my bed.
It came through here, bounced off.
They were like perfectly angled.
Yeah. They hit like a nasty clip on you.
Oh yeah, dude. They got set up for a nasty clip.
They were posted up in the corner. Fucking 360 no scope.
So I don't know what happened, but it's like the weirdest gap. It like literally looks like somebody was clawing at my bed. Didn't it? Because it's like, it's like stringy.
I don't know. I don't even know how that would happen. I don't know.
Oops, sorry, wrong song.
Whoops, sorry.
So I don't know what happened.
No, I think it may be that your sheets are just weak now. You maybe gotta get new sheets.
Well, that's the thing is I've been needing to get. Now that's the real truth is that I've been needing to get new sheets for a while. But that hole did just show up. But I never looked at the sheets and was like, these are weak.
Weak.
I'm like, these are
weak
some strong.
shots.
These are some strong sheets, but
These
I've had them for.
Weak.
I wouldn't say too long, but probably too long, and it's probably time to get a new set.
Yeah, you haven't washed them since you got them.
No, you're supposed to? No, I wash them very regularly. I'm a clean guy.
Sure,
come on.
pal.
Look at me. I'm very clean.
You're dripping.
You could eat Thanksgiving dinner off me. I literally just got out of the shower. Listen to my armpit. There's still suds in there. I'm clean.
Sounds like a slime video.
Oh, George Harrison. We got George Harrison in the building.
Welcome to my spa.
I don't want to do that.
Welcome to my spa.
This is actually about like John. Is this John or is this George? I don't know. I'm not sure who I'm doing.
Maybe it is George.
Oh, I like to beat my wife. I beat her to death once. I didn't tell the rest of it.
Don't think you did
I
that.
didn't tell Yoko. That guy was reading Catcher in the Rye. You think he's going to shoot me when I come out of the building?
Anyway.
Are you afraid that I'm poking fun at John?
Dude, he's
F.
dead.
Kennedy,
You can't do that.
At John F. Kennedy being shot outside of his apartment
John F. Kennedy?
after he took the Rolling Stone magazine cover where he was naked
Yeah.
caressing Yoko. And she wasn't naked?
Oh,
Makes you think, huh? Anyways, that's enough about my hole. I can talk more about my holes, but you got to pay for my only cans. Onlyholes.com.
spicy link below.
Spicy link in the bio. Pepper emojis. Fire. Very spicy. I love the ones that are like just there. It's just bad English. I want to my see wet pussy in my
Bio.
spicy content bio link. And it's like, and I click on them every time. And
I fall for it every time. I can't tell whether they're real or fake.
I've lost a lot of money recently. Let's move into the thought of the week. Thoughts on gay daughter. What do you think? Tell me which. So, Gavin, set this up. Set up a thought of the week.
All right, so
This one's yours.
This is.
This one's for all the money.
I'm actually gonna legitimately play this.
Okay.
while we're talking about
I'm
it.
going to get in the mindset.
So, thought of the week. So, this thought came to me while I was, the urban myth is that you can't flush the toilet and have the shower running at the same time if you want to have a hot shower. It either gets really hot or really cold after you flush.
Our shower upstairs used to be if you were in the shower and somebody flushed the toilet, it would get insanely hot.
Yeah.
For like 5 seconds.
Right. And
so then it would go away.
So that happened to me as I turned on the shower and I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. So I got.
Stories like that break my heart.
So I was on the toilet and I got in the shower and I was like, I need to remember to flush this toilet. I need to remember to flush this toilet.
Wait, so you didn't even flush it for your own shower?
No.
And you took a dump?
No, it was just a pee.
Oh, you don't.
I don't pee in the shower. No.
Neither do I. Oh, cool, dude. I don't either. Oh,
anyway,
good to know. I don't
this
either.
thought of the week came to me whenever I was reminding myself in the shower. Flush the toilet. Flush the toilet.
Why didn't you flush it for your own shower?
Flush the toilet. Flush the toilet. Flush the toilet. Flush the toilet.
Why didn't you flush it for your own shower? I'm more interested in that now.
I didn't want it to be really hot whenever I got in there, or really cold.
But it would have gone away. It didn't stick around.
Not in my apartment. No, I don't know. I just didn't do it because I was like, I don't know.
I don't want to
Piss off the neighbors,
Don't want to piss on the neighbors.
So then this came
or
to
pee
me.
in the shower. God forbid.
I would never. Come
No.
Mickey.
No, I don't.
Mickey, whatever.
I never pissed in the shower.
Mickey, whatever. Minnie accuses him of cheating on her.
No. I didn't piss in the shower. I didn't cheat on you, Mickey. Minnie, I didn't cheat on you.
So this thought of the week this week is what are reminders you tell yourself daily?
And that was one of them. You remind yourself every day. Don't flush the toilet. Or flush the toilet.
Because one of the things I have to tell myself is to lock the door, because otherwise I'll just walk out of my apartment. Lock the door, or I'll forget, or I will. But if I don't tell myself, then I think I hadn't. So I get to the car and I'm like, did I lock my apartment? No, I did, because I reminded myself.
My reminder to myself whenever I did that was I always would lock it, and then I would
tap it 3 times.
No, I would twist the doorknob and try and push it in twice, and then I'm like, okay, it's good. Okay. And that was like my reminder, is just to like
do it twice. Yeah, right.
Like I did to my bed.
Yeah.
What reminders do I do though? I
Mr. Funny Man over here.
No, it's just the way I said I remind myself, like, my therapist told me this once. He was like, if you want to remind yourself something, I don't know why I'm laughing. You close your eyes and you like imagine yourself doing it.
Yeah.
And so I do that a lot. So I'll be like, okay, you're gonna do this, and then okay.
Turn off the lights is another one I have to tell myself.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna be like, turn off the lights is another thing I have to remind my. Never mind. And then another thing I heard recently is that if you think of something, this is kind of similar. If you think of something and you don't want to forget it, you cross your fingers. Because then you're like, I know I crossed my fingers so I don't want to forget this thing. And then later you're like, why do I have my fingers crossed? Oh, because I wanted to say this thing.
I don't walk around with my fingers crossed, though.
Because you never want to remember anything.
You're right.
You want to forget all of the wrong
I walk out of
feelings.
my apartment, I'm like, my fingers stay crossed, and they just don't ever come uncrossed. It's a problem.
Right.
Right.
I forget things a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of my reminders to myself are like, what?
I did tell
I
you to be
forget my
serious.
water bottle.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make sure I bring that with me. But then like big reminders, I'll put in my phone. I use my reminders app.
Yeah. Right.
I use my reminders app. And then don't wake me up.
The other reminder I tell myself is wake up.
Wake up right now.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
I always got to remind myself to, like, so you'll get a glass of water, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I keep doing that. From the tap. It's always from the tap.
Uh-huh.
And I got to remind myself. You can hear it. I got to remind myself to spit all the bugs out that are in the water, right? Like, the tap water always
Right.
has, like, bugs
Right.
and shrimp in it.
Right.
So I'm like, don't forget. You got to spit the bugs out. You got to spit the bugs out.
yeah, I'll say after I
I'll sit in the sink and drink a water. Spitting.
the bugs out.
Spit all the bugs and shrimp out.
I'll have to remind myself to wipe my ass.
You got to remind it.
And then the other thing I remind myself is that I have to put on my shoes before I walk out. Sometimes I'll walk outside and I won't have my shoes on. But then other times I'll go back and I'll be like, did I wipe my ass?
Did I do that?
Did I wipe my ass?
Did I wipe my ass today? The other thing that I've got to remind myself of is to put on deodorant.
Right.
I always forget that. And it's a real chafing nightmare when I don't.
Whenever I'll put it on, sometimes I'll forget. I'll put it on and then I'll wipe my armpit with my towel. And then I'll sniff my towel and I go, nah, I put on deodorant.
I always just do the old, oh, yeah, I got it on. You
And
use
then
the
I'll stand up
unscented
from the
kind?
toilet and I'll forget to wipe my ass.
I always forget. This always This always happens when I go to a restaurant.
Oh, God.
And they're like, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, because I'm looking at the beer menu, but they always come over too fucking early. And
Right.
I always try to tell them to go away. They don't.
They stick around.
They stick around. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'll just start out with a water for now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, but is it tap water? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. They bring it over, but I forget to spit the bugs and the shrimp out every time. And I can't do it at a restaurant. Like, they don't give me another. I asked for another.
Just do it in the napkin.
Well, I do it in my hand, and then I just.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a date, and the date thinks I'm weird, and I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do.
They aren't using bottled water.
These ones have shrimp and bugs in it. I gotta get them out. You don't get it.
That's the other thing that happens to me is I'll be on a date and I'll go to the bathroom and then I'll stand up. I'll sit back down at the booth and I'll be like, didn't fall in, say something, silly like that.
Something funny.
And then I'll smell something and I'm like, did I wipe my ass?
Smells like
like dung.
Smells like a Delta Airlines flight. Yeesh.
Yikes. That's why I don't fly Delta. And then the other thing that happens is sometimes I'll put my foot in the toilet and I'll forget to not flush the toilet.
Now what do we do if the music's gone?
Oh, sorry.
You ever go to the dentist? You guys ever been to the dentist? Excuse me. I just have a question for the audience. You ever been to the
Live
dentist?
studio audience back there.
Excuse me. You guys ever been to the dentist? All right. Whenever they get the water spigot,
Uh-huh.
they brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Mr. Sucker comes
Yeah.
in there and And they
you said-
spray the water in
yeah.
your mouth, right? Because they're like, we got to get all this fluoride, we got to get all of this skunk,
Yeah.
got to get all these popcorn kernels out of your mouth.
Mhm.
So they spritz the water around. And I always forget to ask them, is this tap water?
Right.
Because I'm like, is it filtered? Because it probably has bugs and shrimp in it. I got to spit them out. Because they use the sucker, but that doesn't get them out. If you,
Right.
You got to spit those guys out.
Yeah.
They can't be sucked out.
Right.
They stick around.
The other thing I have to remind myself is like after I eat wings.
Heard of it? You guys ever heard of wings?
After I eat like hot wings, I have to remind myself not to touch myself after just eating the wings.
That happens to me too.
So then I end up with a burning cock.
My problem is that after I eat the wings, it's on fire.
Yeah, he's got the
And I'm like, God, I need something to drink. Go to the sink. Go. Drink a big drink of tap water.
Right.
Oh shit. How many bugs and shrimp I just swallowed because of that? My mouth is on fire. I can't spit this water.
You know, like at Shake Shack, they have the water spout there.
No.
They have like a water spout that like you can just get water at, right?
Okay.
True story. That's true.
Okay. Why wouldn't it be?
Do you think that that's tap water, or is that filtered? It's like a spigot.
What did you say?
It's like a spigot.
Can you say that? I don't think you're supposed to say that.
I think you could say that.
I don't know. I try not to ask anymore. It's become like a big issue.
All right.
They have my picture up in restaurants.
So like whenever
like,
you make,
don't get this
what
guy
happens if you
water.
do you boil the water first?
No, I just noted. I just got to remember. I got to remind. This is the whole point of what we're talking about right now, Gavin.
Oh, right.
Is I got to remind myself every time to spit the
Right.
bugs and shrimp out of the
Right.
water.
I get it. That's good.
And they
No, that's
boil
just
it.
an interesting.
Boiling
thought.
it would be excessive. I
Right.
spit it.
Right.
He's got to remember to.
I have to remind myself to.
Well, I think that's the thought of the week.
Yeah.
Did you have one more?
No, I didn't.
Well, that was very successful.
Yeah.
Can we talk about burning 2.5 burning men?
Boy, if what I wouldn't give to talk about Tom Cruise and his 2 burning men. Mission Impossible 2 burning men
Mission Impossible 2 burning men on a cross.
on a cross. Jesus Christ. Crossed.
Jesus Christ.
Crossed. Jesus Christ.
I'm sticking. I'm sticking.
Oh my God, dude, that's
That was
terrible.
such a crazy video. It is a Twitter video. It's not a clip of the week. Am I gonna be okay? Yeah, you're gonna be all right. All right, I'm sticking. Maybe it should be a clip. Anyways, Burning Man.
I think it bugs in my teeth.
Did you drink trap water? Trap water.
Yeah.
This is flavored sparkling water. So
Oh, okay,
we're
that's
okay.
good. So this weekend was Burning Man,
Yes.
which
Burning Man weekend 1.
really it's 2 weekend.
Might be more than 2.
Really?
I know it's at least 2.
So is it a music festival?
Music.
You give the setup for this because I don't really know about like really. I know it's a spiritual like. Oh, we're gonna burn.
men.
We're gonna burn a giant effigy.
Where's that guy from Canada? We're gonna burn a big effigy.
We're going to burn. No, it's from like fucking Norway or something. We're going to burn. What do you think if we burned it? We're going to burn a giant effigy of a wooden man in the middle of a desert.
So there's a desert. So you guys ever been to Nevada? There's a desert that they go to in Nevada, and it's a big like music. And I guess they would say a music and art festival. I think it's just music.
Where people go and do psychedelics.
That's pretty much what it is. So
You-
it's
you
very
get your-
expensive.
You're out there because you're just trying to get away from it all.
It's very expensive. Tickets are. But then the whole community there, and I just read up on this recently, is that there's no like products being sold. Everything's like a giving thing.
Yeah, there's like no money. There's
Yeah.
no
rules.
rules.
Pretty
Like,
much.
pretty much, yeah. It's literally just like it's like society away from society.
But that's really like who gives a fuck because tickets are so expensive, and you like go there to camp
And it's
people pay a
also
lot of money.
It started out like where people were just going there to like party out in the desert basically.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And now it's more like San Francisco tech guys, spending the weekend. Like the guy who...
It's not even that. It's like celebrities.
Yeah,
because
and
it is so
celebrities too,
expensive,
yeah.
and who else has fucking time
Yeah.
to go to Nevada and travel like this private
North
road,
of
this one road,
of Reno? Yeah.
this one road that takes you in there.
So the weekend started off at Burning Man rough because there were climate protesters on that one road.
I didn't know this.
They were on that one road, and those spoiled Twitter guys, the spoiled tech guys, the spoiled rich people, called the cops and said, "These people are armed. These people are armed. They have guns. They're shooting at us. You guys need to get out here."
What the fuck?
So one of the Nevada police officers / National Guard, whoever it ended up being, ran over one of the protesters or something like that, thinking that they had a gun.
What?
But I guess they cleared out the protesters, so they were able to get out there in Burning Man.
Oh, thank God.
So I guess the first night ended up okay.
Okay.
I guess they set up okay. But then a torrential downpour happened on this dried lake bed, which is where they hold Burning Man.
Born.
This is
Jason
where
Bourne.
they hold the Burning Man.
This is where they had the Burning Man, Jason Bourne.
Yeah. So
Jason Bourne.
there's a lot of clips of how muddy and awful it was.
Yes.
Carson, care to share?
Yeah, I gotta start this first real quick. Sorry, I got gunk in my throat.
And there was I guess it's like a whole bunch of RVs and stuff there too. Like they bring their camper vans and all that stuff.
They burned the camper
The
dance.
camper vans up there.
I don't know which ones are clips, so I'm just pulling up random things.
Yeah. So what do we got?
Internet connection's real bad right now.
It feels like I have hair in my mouth.
Well,
So
this is something else. Hold on, I gotta find the right one. This is the clip. This is the first clip I saw of any of this,
okay.
and people were kind of
Okay.
people were kind of going nuts about this one.
Drowning man update. We got 3/4 of an inch of rain. Travel is impossible. And there's about 70,000 people stranded on a barren lake bed. But fortunately, burners are badass and brought all the supplies we need. Or most of us.
We got people who came by bus camped on the edge of the city.
They're in pop-up tents and at risk of getting hypothermia. But we don't need outside help. We're going to bind together,
Get radically self-reliant, dry out the furniture.
and keep the party going. The alternative is to fall into despair, roll over, and die. And we all have a choice in how we're going to handle this. So everyone open up your Starlink satellites so people can communicate with their families. Make an expedition to the edge of the city with food and water. And don't fight anybody because we're all in this together. Bury those negative thoughts in gratitude for your life because a couple people didn't make it last night. And know that we're all going to clean up this mess and get out of here. This is the hand we were dealt this year, and together we're going to get through it. Drowning man update.
That
It's like the most generic. Like that's a guy who goes to Burning Man. That's like the pinnacle guy who goes there.
For sure.
It's got to like this, and we gotta get it. We're not gonna make it tonight. That was That was what people were like.
Oh, so
You're
just
not
casually
you're not
talking about-
expecting what he's about to
Yeah.
say, because one person did die, and we still don't
Yeah.
know how. But apparently, one person did die.
They might die of hypothermia.
Yeah, and what hypothermia? I mean, it gets cold in the desert at night, but
then during the day
it's not dark. Doesn't get
It
dark
gets
cold.
pretty cold down there.
In August.
It gets pretty cold. I don't know.
You ever been to Reno?
No, never been to Weno.
I've never been either. But that was the first video
that
I
was
saw.
the first clip you saw. I saw one where after it rained, and I think it was from Klippenstein, where it's like it was like a music. Yeah, that. I saw this was the first video I saw of it, and I was like, what is going on here?
British. Oh, it's so loud. Can I mute it? There's no. It's just music.
No, it's just like clips showing like the mainly just like how muddy it was. It was a very muddy mess, and it was like crazy to think that that's 3/4 of an inch of rain.
That's all it was.
That's what he said. Yeah, like 3/4 of an inch. But it's a dried lake bed, so it's like
Right.
really low.
And so the thing I heard about,
And it's like, look how awful that is. And then I saw a picture of maybe even a clip, but a picture of the Jeep stuck in mud.
yeah,
And someone like tried getting out.
I did see a clip.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
what
just
it
a
is.
picture,
Yeah, a picture of it. But
no, this
Yeah.
is like this has to be later because I saw the one like right after it happened, and it was still wet. This is already dry.
yeah.
Like this is crazy dry. That was somebody trying to get out of it because that's the thing. So
It's just funny to think that like I know that person was like, oh, I can make it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think I could be able to make it out, guys. If you guys just hop in my Jeep, I'll be able to get you out of here.
What about Jeep? Yeah, because that's the thing. So there's like one road that's like it's like 5 miles out of like civilization, apparently, from what I've heard. And like nobody
Chris
could
Rock was smart enough to walk out of the Burning Man.
The Burning Man. Yeah, but they got money, so who cares? Chris Rock and Diplo, dude.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
forgetting
sorry.
Diplo.
We're going to unleash Diplo onto the world.
We have a hook. We have a Diplo.
You have an army. We have a Diplo.
We have a Diplo.
We have a Diplo.
Oh, you have an army? Well, we have a Diplo.
Habba army. Do it a Diplo.
Diplo. Yeah, but there's this one road that gets out of there, but they couldn't because it was so muddy, so people couldn't leave, and they're stranded, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Now I've heard from a lot of people that they were perfectly fine, and
There
it
were
was just
people
like it just
saying that
sucked.
there was Ebola there.
Yeah, we'll get one thing real quick about the mud that I heard.
It still feels like I have hair in my mouth.
You
I
gotta
got to get these
figure
bugs
that
out of my mouth.
Go drink some tap water, get some spitting going.
This is tap water still.
I don't know. It's still tap water. Spit now. Quick, I reminded you.
Yeah, when the bugs in the shrimp.
The mud. So it's obviously really dry. It's a desert. It's a dried lake bed. It doesn't. Well, it's not really. It's a dried lake bed, but it's in a desert.
It's a desert out here. It's a desert.
We have a Diplo.
We have a Diplo.
We have a Diplo.
You may have a Hulk.
We have a
Diplo.
We have a Dipler. It's a dry lake bed. It doesn't rain there very often, but when it does, it's like a big deal. But it's so dry there. I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's like so dry and doesn't rain often at all that it's like you have to wear shoes out there because it's so dry that if you weren't, the dirt and sand, I forgot exactly what it's called.
Sediment.
It says it in this word or in this
Sediment.
sentence.
Some would say
Sediment.
it's a sediment.
The playa. It literally looks like it says playa, but it's playa.
Okay.
This type of sand or
Black
dirt is
rock.
called playa.
Uh-huh.
And if you were walking with that without shoes on, it would like suck all the moisture out of your skin and just crack your feet like these deep crevice cracks.
Really?
Because it takes all of the moisture out of you. Or out of your feet. Not out
So
of you.
those people with the trash bags around their ankles and stuff,
They knew what they were doing.
that's what I mean.
But it
They
was
came
also
prepped.
wet, so they were. Yeah. But like that's why everybody's wearing shoes, and like whenever at Burning Man at its peak, when it's dry out there, you'll see people wearing like no clothes, but they'll have shoes on. So whenever you see Burning Man pictures, you'll notice
I think
that.
next year I plan on going to Burning Man.
I would like to go sometime. I like drugs and women.
That's my Robert.
And
That's my
Dipper.
Robert Downey Jr. impression for the record.
Rabbit Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Nah,
so
what's up, Dak?
Another
That's my rabbit.
another interesting thing about the playa before we get to the Ebola
That's a good impression.
is that this playa
Playa.
is obviously a dried lake bed, like you said, and these certain kind of shrimp, they're called fairy shrimp.
Can you say that in 2023?
Yeah, just don't. There's just a certain word you can't call them. But they lay eggs in this playa, and they're meant to survive for a long time until it rains, and then when there's moisture, they hatch. So when this excessive rain came down, they started hatching, and they look insane. So
that did not happen overnight. Oh, I had those as pets.
you had fairy shrimp?
No.
Can you say
Wait,
that?
actually, no. Wait, hold on.
No, you're talking about sea monkeys.
No, I'm talking about triops. I'm not kidding. Those look
What
like
did you just say?
triops.
That's what he said. Triops. They lay eggs into the desert.
Triops, right?
That's what it says. Triops.
Yeah, we had those. I had those
Oh,
as
really?
a pet. Yeah,
They lay their
ridiculous.
eggs in the desert where they remain until enough rain accumulates for them to hatch, creating another generation of crustaceans that will go on to lay more eggs. I've seen them all over, even in little ponds in the desert. They look like freaking aliens.
Yeah,
So you really had them?
Swear to God.
Wow.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
so
didn't realize. Yeah, that's cool.
So people had to deal with the shrimp.
They do grow very fast.
I believe it. Do you have sea monkeys when you were a kid?
No.
I think that was before.
Come on, we
that
didn't
was-
buy those types of freaking scams.
But you had tripods.
But we had triops. That's what-
tripods.
Triops.
We had tripods because I was a creative family. Unlike your... I was kidding. Unlike your...
kind.
Whatever you call it. Dippler.
But
But
you have a
there...
Hulk, we have a Burning Man.
We have an Ebola.
We have a Burning Man.
Now, there's a big rumor... Fantastic Four. There was a big rumor going on
We have
around
the Human Torch.
that's what his name is. That
The Burning Man.
there was an Ebola outbreak at Burning Man. Ebola. Jesse Ventura.
Ebola.
Go down to Baja.
In the Baja.
Baja to get Ebola. You come on down to my place and get Ebola in Baja.
You got the Baja.
You want a soda? You want to get a soda in Baja? But anyway, so there's Ebola. And
Ebola.
it was rumored that there was an outbreak because there's people getting very sick. Now, obviously, you get sick
People
when it
were
rains.
getting sick at Burning Man.
That's why my mom always said you got to wear a jacket when it rains.
You get freaking cold.
You get cold and you'll get Ebola. But so this headline from Insider.com, fake news. There may not be Ebola at Burning Man, but hypothermia, stomach bugs, and foodborne illnesses will be a problem if storm conditions persist, which they didn't. But there were people getting sick, because it's raining, you're in the desert, you're taking a lot of drugs, you're surrounded by a lot of people, and the porta potties were not able to be emptied for a day or so, but that's still enough to I don't know if there's any reports of overflow that I know of, but it's raining.
Yeah, I can't imagine it was
So-
very great.
I don't think it was great. But yeah, so no Ebola, but there was a lot of, because I was on Twitter early in the morning being wait, is there really Ebola
Yeah.
at Burning Man? And then it was just all people making memes about it. And I
Yeah.
was oh, okay. I duped again.
You may fall for the fake news, but we have Burning Man.
Fake news. So this was
We
about
have
the
the Human
death.
Torch.
This is about the death at Burning Man investigation as rain-soaked festival asks attendants to shelter in place. So, a death was under investigation at Burning Man amid the rain and mud, local authorities said Saturday, and attendants were urged to... let's read the same thing. The Pershing County Sheriff's Office in northern Nevada announced the death, which it said happened during the rain event. The sheriff's office offered a few details, including the person's identity. The sheriff's office offered a few details, including the person's identity and the apparent cause. As the death is still under investigation, there's no further information available at this time, the officer said in a statement. So, no, I still don't think it's even came out, because I think this article would have been updated as to what happened or why or how this
Yeah.
person died. It's just very
Yeah.
somebody died. Anyways, we don't know why, but it might have to do with the rain.
I am curious as to know.
Curious.
I'm a little curious as to know
If Diplo died.
to see how many other deaths occur at any of these other big festivals.
Well, let's ask Travis Scott.
The other thing was that, the Twitter conspirators were also isn't it kind of weird? Isn't it kind of weird that there's only one road in and one road out of Burning Man? Not
Oh
kidding.
my God.
Not
Bunch
kidding.
of
That was
idiots.
literally yeah, because that's the only way that place is.
Right.
That's where they have the
It's a
festival. It is in the desert.
It's a desert. But anyways, that's Burning Man.
Yeah.
Gavin, why don't you talk about your Twitter biometrics?
Yes. Twitter biometrics.
Tell me all about this. You sent me an article.
So, I sent you an article,
and I did read it, a little bit of it.
Why
This
can't-
isn't the
it's-
exact article
Now
you
it's not
sent
even
me.
letting me click on it.
Really?
Okay, there it is.
There she is.
X, the social media platform. This is coming from CNN. X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter,
Heard of it?
said this week it may collect biometric and employment information from its users, expanding the range of personal information that
Stop.
account.
What is biometric information? Because it doesn't really describe what it is.
If I had to guess,
I know what it is, but I thought you would be able to describe it. It's pretty much just personal information. That's literally, it's just a fancy way of
yeah,
saying
it's like Face ID and stuff.
Yeah, identification.
Face ID and any fingerprint.
Yep.
If you have
ID.
Yeah, and your ID, you would take a picture of your ID because they want to do crypto shit. They want to do
Right.
They want to make their platform.
They want to make a hook.
they want to make a Hulk of a platform. They being Elon Musk. Elon Musk wants it to be like this, place for
Everything.
commerce and everything, and
Yeah.
eTrade.com,
Which doesn't make
any fucking
sense.
lick of sense. But
No.
now he's on a completely different thing. But
Hi, Cap.
yeah, now they said they updated their privacy policy, which they did update they did send a push to everybody's phone for that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they kept
thank
coming
you.
to mind.
You got it?
It kept coming to mind. It kept like 3 or 4 times it came up. It was like changes to our privacy policy. I'm like, thank you, and then I'd be scrolling changes to our privacy policy.
I don't know if I even saw that.
But it says, based on your consent, we may collect and use your biometric information for safety, security, and identification purposes. In addition, under a new section labeled Job Applications, X said it may collect users' employment and educational history.
Right. And it'll like send it out to people
Yeah.
in case you want a job.
The company said it also could collect employment preferences, skills and abilities, job search activity and engagement, and so on, in order to suggest potential job openings to users, to share that information with prospective third-party employers, to further target users with advertising. So now X is going off the deep end, but I just want to share this
So
because
specific.
it may be only for paid users because,
Yeah.
that's...
I did read that somewhere.
Yeah, for X Premium users, the company will give an option to provide a government ID and selfie image for verification purposes. The company may extract biometric data from both the government ID and the selfie image for matching purposes, the company told CNN in a statement.
Yeah.
Which,
So
I mean, to be honest with you, you know what? For the people for the Twitter Blue, for the premium, X Premium, the Twitter Blue users that are paying $12 a month on iPhone from the App Store to have the blue check mark next to your name or hide it in some instances, you know what? If you're a schmuck
should.
enough to do it, go ahead and do that.
right. And
Go ahead. Give them your ID and go ahead. Do it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing
You're
bad can
paying
happen.
for it.
Yeah.
But then it's like for us, it's like, we still get some biometric data.
Yeah.
If we want them to, which
Yeah.
obviously I do.
Yeah, I want him to I'd be able
I'm
to
trying
identify
to get
me.
a job.
Right. And that's
on
the thing is
Twitter.
I thought maybe that the premium stuff would be that, you can get a job on X.
Right.
Which is like I don't know.
You ever heard of LinkedIn?
Yeah. Or like Indeed.
Yeah.
On Thursday, however, a federal judge temporarily blocked an Arkansas law mandating age verification for social media platforms just
God.
hours before it was due to take effect.
Thank God Arkansas did that.
Because there's many regulatory initiatives around the world. They're beginning to require that social media companies verify their users' ages. So that's another reason that are like, well, we need your government ID to know your birthday.
Right. How are we gonna know when to
How
put
are we gonna
balloons
know?
on your account?
Yeah, and I thought they were taking that off too. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's funny.
and also it's to show that a real person is using the account.
Yeah.
But they still have. I don't know if you've ever, even on that tweet that you said crypto stuff about our podcast, you had said crypto on a tweet or in the tweet.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, there were like 4 bots that replied to that,
Yep.
which is crazy. And there's
But
some,
like, I didn't get any notifications for those. I had to go to like a separate
Yeah,
tab to
yeah.
even see them.
yeah.
Which I think is funny.
Uh,
There's still plenty of bot accounts.
oh
too.
yeah,
There
yeah.
always will be.
I've seen the T-shirt bot accounts that are actually verified. Like they
Yeah.
have like the blue verification check next to it, which is just cool.
Get your Barbenheimer shirt
Yeah,
just in time for
yeah.
the movie.
And then like the other thing is now, and this is just more on like an X topic, Twitter topic, is now you have a lot more like comment baiting, where they're like
Yeah.
reply with your favorite artists of the last decade, like they reply like stuff like that, because they want to see it. They get paid by impressions. So if you make like over 500,000 impressions and you have 1,000 followers or whatever, you get whatever amount of money. Or if you make 1.5 or 2 million impressions, just stuff like that. Stupid. It's turning into Facebook, and it's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So
In a
anyway,
way.
I can't stop doing it because now it's just part of like my there's a word for it, but it's an app that I frequently go to.
Circadian rhythm.
Yes. No, but it's like the path I take. So I go like Instagram, and then or I go to Twitter, then X, Twitter, then Instagram, then TikTok, then whatever else. But yeah,
Twitter is the last one I click on, and
Yeah.
I spend like 5 seconds on it.
Yeah.
I don't spend much time on it
yeah,
at
that's
all.
okay.
That's okay. That's just me, I can't speak
That's
for all
just
of us. Should we watch some clips of the week?
Yeah, these are great.
It's gonna be TikTok's one, so it's
yeah.
gonna start playing right away.
Yeah, so be
Try to
careful.
pause it. Yeah.
Well, it's gonna do that instead.
Okay.
So this guy, I guess, is
I've seen
famous.
this guy.
You've seen this guy before.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen this guy before. He came up
Really?
on my For You page.
I've seen him like too much
Really?
to the point where like
Well, now
this
he's coming
is-
up on my For You page a lot because I like that. I like this video.
okay.
But
I'm hoping it'll make me laugh because I'm honestly sick of seeing him. Like that's how much I've seen him.
Really?
Like I've been seeing him for like a year.
Really?
Like too much.
Sorry. Then take it off.
No. I want to because I honestly I watch everything I watch with no sound on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
No,
I don't know.
He's pretty smart with it.
So I do want to see. I'm hoping it will make.
It's
me
not
laugh.
a long video, is it? No, it's only like a minute.
No, and whatever. Yeah, I don't care. I want to see what happens.
No, it's okay. I want to.
Bro, you said 40 years of useless ability. I am hot under the collar. First, let me make a Nicolas Cage basket, and then we're gonna get into this. Oh, there it is. All right. 40 years, no, not useless ability. This has gotten me a house, a car, that's paid for the college education of 2 of my daughters. I only have 2 daughters. It's not like there's other ones. I have 2 bathrooms in my house. 2 bathrooms. That means I can urinate 2 different places. Let me tell you something right now. That is not a useless ability. These abilities have gotten me to go on shows. Japan, the Cayman Islands, Florida, United States, Canada. Yes, I have done shows in Canada. I've been on the David Letterman show. I gotta move this out of the way. I'm angry now. That's right. I've been on the David Letterman show, the Late Show with David Letterman, the Late Show with James Corden, America's Got Talent. That's right. Not with this one, with a different trick. So let me just tell you, it is not wasted. It is not wasted. This has provided a living for my family, my wife, my children. Please go to my website. You can see what I've done. Do your research. Thanks for the comment.
Okay, that was funny.
Yeah. No, because it was just like so epic. Like just epic.
Yeah.
It came up on my For You page like just like that loud. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I had never seen this before.
I'm just tired of
Sorry.
seeing him throw. No. I liked it. It was funny. I'm just tired of seeing him do the thing with the pillow and throw it in. He does that like every single time. So I'm just like, that's like all I see, and I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't.
Yeah,
But that's funny. I like the
yeah.
whole thing.
Yeah.
I liked it as a whole, but I just get these fucking like
He came up a couple more
ADD
times. but-
clips
yeah.
where it's just like, watch this guy throw a pillow or spin a donut around on an umbrella or whatever
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
thing is he does. But it's funny.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
incredible. I mean, it's a good.
funny.
It's an incredible talent. I mean, honestly,
It's an uncrustable talent.
yeah.
Let's see what this next one is.
One of these. Yeah, this is a good
Okay,
one.
I have not seen this. I have no idea.
So this came on my For You page, and this guy, this account seems like it's geared towards like weird shit like this.
Okay.
But like he doesn't do this often. This was just the one that popped off. He posts weird shit where he's like watching television in his backyard and it's blank and it's got like a hole in the back of the television, and he's like, "We're watching the first man on Mars."
What the fuck?
Anyway, so I guess his wife films this or something. And I couldn't tell if it was the same person or not because it looks like a much older man.
Okay.
Not a much older, but at least maybe 5 or 6 years older than him. But anyway, so go ahead and play this clip.
Having a late supper here in Critterville tonight. What do we call these? Consists of ham and cheese.
What the fuck? Is
Yeah.
he? I mean, is he?
No, he's not.
He's not.
No, I don't think he.
Because
No, he's not. He's not mentally. It's not mentally disabled.
he's acting
No,
like he
he's
is.
not. I mean, he may be. He may be like, you know, like, you know, a little bit off.
It's just some ham and cheese.
See, I knew you'd like this clip. That's why I put it up. But then the other part of me was like, I should not put it on here because he may be making fun of like a mentally disabled person.
I don't.
But I don't think he is. If you go to his profile, he's got a lot more just like eclectic type stuff. Like
he just seems like an old man. I don't know.
Just an old guy that just does weird shit.
We got the Toga Fun Run drip on. Very nice. 2012. It's an old shirt.
And I'm wearing my one-of-a-kind
Speaking shoes. Show off the speaking aspect. There we go. They talk.
Yeah, so it's like stuff like that.
I'll come back here. Let me meditate.
Yeah, he calls himself Uncle Mike too.
He just seems like a very eclectic.
Yeah, he's just a
person.
Yeah, he's it's a bit. It's definitely a bit.
Uncle Mike here. Wanted to show you, this is what was in the bakery box the last time. I don't believe anybody got it. There's no need to beating dead horses. So
Yeah, no, he's
just an old
he's
guy.
competent.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not making fun of
No, it was just like
someone with an actual.
It was that
disability.
just came up completely randomly on my page, and I was
Oh,
like,
that's
this is
so funny.
Yeah.
What do we got here? That's so good. I gotta watch more of that.
So then this clip,
I did see this one.
This clip is funny because the guy's so pissed off. This guy gets so mad about this. Look how mad this guy gets about it. He like gives a look to the camera like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. In my house.
So this guy probably bought this house.
Yeah, and it's renovating the kitchen or something like that. Yeah.
And if you're listening on audio, it's just a shit ton of Captain Morgan
bottles.
plastic bottles that, if I had to guess, just knowing from experience, probably an alcoholic owned this home.
Yeah.
And probably had a family and was trying to hide it from them. And so they would drink it, and then probably there was probably like a hole that they were
At the
throwing
top
it
of the
back
stairs
into
or something.
Yeah. Pretty good guess if that's probably what happened.
But I was just thinking, like, that's an insane amount of alcohol. Like, that is an incredible amount of alcohol. But I was just thinking, like, I had a bit that I was going to do with this, but I forgot what it was.
Oh,
but I just can't imagine doing anything with anything else.
I had a funny bit we could have done is we could have put something in the ceiling here and it just like started falling like cans of Dr. Pepper. And I was like, dude, you didn't tell me those are
up there.
I see you drink them. You don't have to hide them. I didn't know I could take two.
Yeah, so just saw that was crazy. I'm sure that was on Facebook a million years ago. But.
Could you imagine? Because they're more mad about like, could you imagine if you found this? Not like, holy shit, that's a lot. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was more like, that's an incredible amount of alcohol.
But the Facebook people are like, oh my god, that would be such a nightmare to have to clean that out.
Was what that was what I was thinking was that it was like, that's the first thought.
Yeah.
It would take maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah, could you imagine you have to renovate a home and this was in it?
Oh man, can you imagine having to pick up all these that are in a giant pile? Can you imagine having to put these in like 4 trash bags and throwing them away? Oh my god.
Ugh, that'd be so annoying.
He can make a wall, you know, like he should have donated those to a frat house.
Charity. Frat house,
Yeah, they could have made a wall of those.
They could have, the beer wall.
They would have loved it.
Oh, they would have been tickled pink.
So then this clip is actually insane. Where it's like this guy showing where his apartment is.
Yep.
You just have to play this clip. It's literally straight out like
I didn't know if you wanted to make a comment on the.
It's like a horror movie. It's literally like, this is nowhere. I will be honest. One of the apartments I looked at, it was nowhere near as complex, but it did have that same kind of vibe to it, especially the front door.
I'll tell you what I think of this. I haven't watched this with audio, but when I saw it, it was something like, would you live here? Would you live here if you were paid $2 million to live here? And I watched the whole thing and I was like, yeah, why not? Or something like that.
Why would you not?
But let's see. I don't know if there's any audio. Do you see anything?
No, it's not. It's not like meant to be creepy, but
But does this person say anything?
he just says like, "Okay, made it," or he like breathes heavy in a couple parts. It's crazy because like the lights are off. It's crazy because the lights are off. Too. Like there's no lights. It's
Well-
like this like office industrial building.
What I think is going on here is that this person is what we
Squatting.
call squatting. That's what I think is going on.
He's got a key though.
Yeah, that is the only thing where I'm like,
I don't think it's an actual apartment that he rents at, but it's like a family owned, like either his family or a family friend owns it, and they said watch over this building for us.
that could be true too.
But it's crazy that he like
could be
has
like
to
a
go up a
guard.
stair, across a hallway, down a stair, down a hallway,
Yeah, down another staircase.
down another staircase, into a room with an air conditioner,
I'm here.
which is yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, because there's obviously power and there's carpet in this one room, and this room looks pretty clean.
Somewhat.
Yeah, I don't know if he like bought it
I don't think that it actually may just be that he bought the building too. I
and
bet it
hasn't
was
done
like,
anything with it yet.
yeah, it was probably just like, oh yeah, here's a building you can buy for like
It obviously has
$20,000.
power.
Yeah,
Man, so weird. I don't know. Such a weird clip though.
and it's not. And the other thing that gives it away that it's not like completely abandoned is that there's not a whole bunch of dust coming out at the camera and reflecting.
Right. But
Like,
there is dust. You
there's
can tell on the
definitely dust,
stairs
yeah.
that there's dust.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I was very confused by that. I don't know what the situation is. I'd love to know more.
Yeah, I'm curious to know more about that. But yeah, that was just.
That's the
It
closest
was from one of the gimmick accounts that was like craziest clips of all time or something
Yeah,
like that.
fuck
But I hate all. I've started blocking all, even the ones that are like, even if it was like
even the ones
Republicans
I
posting,
follow.
even if it was like Republicans posting their L's or whatever,
Yeah.
their L's. I'm like,
It's enough.
I'm okay. I get it. I'm like, even everybody on both sides is doing stupid shit. I'm good with the fucking gimmick accounts.
You know who stopped posting the gimmick account that I really enjoyed was Crazy Ass Moments in American History.
Yeah.
Love that account. I haven't seen anything from them.
The crazy moments in new metal history.
Fucking hate that account.
Really?
Oh my, that's the account that I cannot stand because they
Yeah.
just copied the gimmick of what that other person was doing, and they're just like,
Well,
well,
now
first of all, I'm
it
gonna get
started
really,
out like
I'm gonna,
we're-
I'm gonna get really music nerd annoying here. Everything they're posting, like half of the shit they're posting is
It's
not
new metal. I do know
which I
that.
hate saying that because it sounds so cringy and annoying to say.
But
like,
it
that's
is
the thing
not.
that pissed me off.
And the other thing
I
is
was like,
that they
this is
also
new
posted
metal.
the clip of like, "What the fuck is up, Denny's?" And I'm like,
Yeah, that's not new metal. That
I'm
was
like
like
that,
hardcore.
and also it's old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they posted like Creed and shit.
Yeah,
Like that's
pretty
not.
sure they have. Yeah,
They're not new metal. You can post like Korn, Mudvayne, and like a few other bands. I'll let Slipknot slide if it's only 1999 Slipknot. I don't agree with it, but I'll let it slide. Even Deftones, I'll kind of let slide.
yeah. But like
But,
they
like,
don't post
oh.
any. They don't post anything good anymore. They
They've
started
never
out.
posted it. I don't think they.
I
ever
think
did.
they started out like genuinely like that, but now it's like even more of a gimmick where it's like now it's just
Yeah.
like any music metal kind
Right.
of.
Any
Even-
like alternative
yeah.
music shit that might have been from that
The
era
2000s.
will post.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Hate that account. Let's get into our next door drama. I think we're making good time here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Shall we do it?
Yeah.
So next door drama, if you don't know, is a segment we do every week where we
Goodness.
go to the infamous next door drama website blog posting app for your neighborhood where people can buy and
Morty over
sell
here.
things. I love Bick and Dargy. And they can also complain about whatever's going on. And it's for your neighborhood up to a certain mile radius of where you live. And it's great. It's always got great shit on there. And what we do every week is we pull a blog entry and comments, script it out, do a dramatic reenactment of it, set to music. We play characters. It's a lot of fun. This week's next door drama, best title yet, Diarrhea Fastball is the title of this week's next door drama. And I will be playing the character of Dawn, who's upset. Gavin will be playing Casey, who doesn't like fast food, or Pete Davidson. Without saying much else, I'm going to pull up the next door drama intro song. We're going to get right into that puppy dog. Excuse me.
Oh.
This week on Next Door Drama. Went to Taco Bell, spent $22, order incorrect and laughable. Someone decided to make the chicken quesadilla into a baseball.
That's the new diarrhea fastball, served with a side of queso. I saw Pete Davidson hawking that on the TV.
You are correct, sir. Fast food in general sucks.
We brought home carryout the other day, and it wasn't even appealing. Greasy, hardly any ingredients on the tacos. We just threw it away and marked Taco Bell off our list of go-tos.
I would have been upset at that. Laugh out loud.
I spent $10 on a fish sandwich and tea at McD's. What wrong with those people for $30 for 2 cheeseburgers? Out of control.
What? No way. That music had me thinking about Whiplash.
Had me think about Club Penguin.
That's true too. The pizzeria.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember that song. I can't play it in my head. Diarrhea fastball, Gavin. $30 for 2 cheeseburgers. I don't know how that story jumped from a fish sandwich and tea to 2 cheeseburgers. I don't know how that guy jumped so far.
He was
price-wise and food-wise, completely different.
I feel like he put his phone down. He wrote the first half and then he put his phone down. And he's like, then he was like, McDonald's. Oh yeah, I did spend $30 for 2 cheeseburgers. Out of control.
Out of control. Yeah, it was 2 separate things.
But I don't know what I would expect from this neighborhood. But I just had Taco Bell tonight and they got our order perfect. We had like 10 items. Perfect. No complaints.
10 out of 10. I haven't had an issue in a long time. The only time I've had an issue was through DoorDash, which is like,
what do you expect?
What do you expect? Someone's eating my Chumpa Lumpa. My Bumpa Lumpa.
I'm curious as to know like which one they went to, because if I had to guess, it was one of the gas station ones.
I forgot what they said. I don't know. They said, I think it was like by the mall. And apparently everyone was like, oh, that one sucks. That one's the worst. Mid-Rivers Mall for any local folks. Who's calling me dad? Another segment we do every week is What You Listen To. That's where we recommend a song, a artist, or an album to each other and to the audience of what we've been listening to in the past week. Gavin, what are you listening to?
Well, Carson, you'll be happy to know that one of my favorite bands...
So happy.
That I actually do know what I'm listening to this week.
Okay.
That's the reason why you'd be so happy.
Do you usually not know what you're listening to?
Not really.
Okay.
I had to know where you had this one up really early. Like
I was on it.
Yeah, you were on it.
Well, you were on it with the post, so I could delete it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I was like,
didn't even think about that. Shit, baby. One of my favorite bands, Royal Blood, released a new album on Friday called Back to the Water Below. Royal Blood did, and it's got a jellyfish on the cover. And it's really good. It's a really good album. It's not as heavy as their old stuff. It's got a lot of...
Sorry, I had to breathe. I wasn't mad. I said the accent.
Oh, yeah, right. But it's a lot more melody driven. It's got some piano in there. It's got a little bit more dissonance. I'll have to show you some of my favorite songs on there. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I like some of their songs on there. I'm probably going to listen to the album for the rest of the time, but it's a very good album.
Are there any heavy songs on it?
There's a couple. There's 2.
Okay.
Yeah. One of my favorites, there's a couple that are, like on their last album that ended on a soft, kind of like emotional song.
Okay.
There's nothing left Take
I haven't listened to one of their full albums, to be
wow,
completely
dude.
honest.
Well, I showed it to you last time whenever I recommended Typhoons, which
I
was
remember that.
2 years ago.
Was that an album?
Yeah.
Okay.
Typhoon.
I know the song.
Yeah,
'cause
but
you
the whole
sing it
album-
every
yeah.
single fucking time.
The album at the
Nice.
end of the album, I showed you a song that was slower and it's
Okay,
not
you
very
probably did.
tempered.
I forget a lot of things you tell me.
That's okay.
Or show me.
I remember everything you say, so
That's true, he does.
yeah.
Shit, he writes it all down in a notebook.
So anyway, I recommend this album. You should listen to it if you like any type of rock, metal, soft rock,
Sock rock.
alternative rock.
If you like sock rock.
It's not indie, but it's definitely alternative rock. Pretty good.
Speaking of indie alternative rock, I've been getting into it a little bit more.
Oh no.
Sorry, you're gatekeeper?
Yeah, I'm the gatekeeper here of indie metal rock.
Indie metal rock. I've been getting more into indie and alternative rock.
Like Fleet Foxes and Bon Iver.
I like a little Bon Iver. But I've been kind of here he goes.
So you've been dabbling. You've been
I've been
doing. You've been hitting
dabbling. I've been
dabs.
doing dabs recently. Fucking rips. I've been dabbling a little bit, and I don't know how to describe the genre of music that I've been listening to. I'm like, I think it's indie. It might be alternative. I don't really
I'll
know
be the judge of that.
how to say it. And speaking of, this week I'm recommending a indie alternative song because the album. Well, I'll talk about it in a minute. But I'm recommending "Dog," the song "Dog" by Peter McPoland. Where is my phone at?
Just out of reach.
What the hell? Who's calling me?
What the hell?
Nobody's calling me. What the hell are we gonna do with
What
it?
the hell?
The album is called off the album Piggy, which just came out I believe on August 11th. Peter McPoland is someone I had never heard of. Somebody recommended this album to me. The album is very good. It's very different. It spans genres. A lot of it's like kind of fast-paced, like dance music in a way, with lyrics. And then Dog, and then there's some songs that are like in what I would consider like indie rock. And then Dog is like this weird, like heavy indie alternative song, and it's really fucking good.
I have one song from him.
Oh, because I was gonna say, I think you would really like this album. It seems up your alley. But Dog is so good because he kind of like screams at the end of it, but it's just really good. It almost kind of sounds like emo.
Did you listen to Digital
rock
Silence?
a little bit? No,
Oh, that's the song I have left.
I haven't gotten into him yet. I've just gotten into this album.
No, I
But I'm just recommending Dog. I don't feel like I like the album enough as a whole to recommend it. That might change at some point. But Dog is really good, and then the song right after it, Were You There, is really good. But I'm just recommending Dog. Super good. Gavin, I do really think you would enjoy this album quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Very cool. Really cool album, something like I've never heard. But I'm dabbling into that music a little bit more.
Yeah, I have one song by him.
I hear.
It's on that album. The specific songs I have to recommend from the new album are
Yes.
Pull Me Through, The Firing Line, How Many More Times, There Goes My Cool, and Waves. Those are all very good out, which is basically the entire album, but it's a good album. I like it a lot. It's only 30 minutes too, so it's a very quick listen.
Nice.
Yeah. Go listen to it.
The other thing I was going to say about the song that I just remember, we're both remembering things that
Yeah.
we're meant to say.
Yeah.
The song Dog.
Dog.
Literally all the lyrics are about how there's this fucking dog that's just really annoying to him, and he wants it to stop breathing, and then at the end the dog kills him, and it's just like a very emotional song, but it's like the lyrics aren't at all, and I love that. I love when people make a song and it's like a serious song, but the lyrics are like stupid.
Yeah.
But they sound like they're really serious.
Yeah.
But it's like you read
Whenever
it,
you
it's
read
like,
it, you're
he's
like,
just like,
this is just
this dog is just annoying the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I like when people do that. Sometimes it can be corny.
Yeah.
But when people do it like this and it's like really well done, it's like, you don't even
you have to take
know the
yourself
lyrics.
seriously whenever you do it. There's no
Yeah.
silliness aspect of it.
Right.
That's
right.
where it gets corny.
Yep.
Is where it's like, oh, it's a silly lyric. I'm going to play it silly.
Yeah.
You got
I
to take
can't-
yourself really seriously with it.
I can't do that stuff.
Like Pumped Up Kicks. Sure, man.
I'm gonna go drink some tap water.
Yeah, I was gonna say, please. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Text All Kinds podcast, episode 131. Keep watching, keep listening. Keep sharing and subscribing and liking and rating and doing it all.
Yeah, I really hope we can get a guest on at some point. We need to do a guest show soon. There's one that I really want to get on.
Too much of us, And
I know, and we're I hate to do the math here, but we're losing viewers a little bit. So I would really like to get a guest on. There's someone who I really, really want to get on. I think he'll do it. I just need to ask. But also would love to get a female guest on here at some point.
I was gonna say we got a sausage fest over here,
which is the way we like it.
Yeah.
But I would really like to get some female representation on here. I think it's obviously well deserved, and there's a lot of really cool people I'd like to reach out to get on here at some point.
The vultures are waiting to pick your bones.